For me, the pick of the movers to post, to be honest. Moving on to the other runner then, number 9, which is Bold Reserve. Bold Reserve from the Krief stable. It gets 1 kilo today from number 8, Moon Game. And if you go back 2 runs back when it was beaten by Moon Game, was drawn 10 out of 16. Today's drawn 2. So that's surely going to help Bold Reserve as well. And then number 8, Moon Game with Louis Makotwa. Hat-trick bid speaks for itself. I like it in the parade ring. And those are my selections. So for me, Nadine, thanks for joining us, getting back up here. I like what Zitz had to say.
Yes.
Because I thought Al Kazim moved down the best post. That was my pick.
Well, they are loading, so I can't chat too long, but Zitzman did point out that he thinks both of his horses have chances. I'm going to put my neck on the line with number 9, Bold Resolve, but I feel that there are a lot of horses here that can get a look in.
All right, suggested quick quartet boxed, 1, 8, 9 and 11.
Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Nadine. They're busy loading up. In fact, we're more than 3/4 of the way into the loading. Has come forward. Slings and Arrows goes up. Phil's Power goes up. Atkinson Grimshaw. Moon Game. Looking for 3 wins on the bounce is Moon Game. Moon Game goes up. We're just about ready. Gates go back. They off and racing. Not a bad start for them. There's going to be a few that want the pace over here. Let's give them a chance to settle down. Avion is one of the first to respond on the inside. Bold Resolve is a lot closer to the pace than usual, and Al Qasim is trying to loop runners with a pink, and there goes Al Qasim into his favorite position. He'll go off and set the fractions. Avion in second. Bold Resolve has been put in the race today. Then comes Slings and Arrows behind that one, racing 4 lengths off them. Euphoric is with Moon Game. Phil's Power's been caught further in the first half of runners. Al Romiachi is 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Then comes Cruisador. Behind them is Duke of Orange. Further back, and in fact a long way back to the balance, Atkinson Grimshaw is about 13 lengths off the leader, and Sweet and Spicy will have to get past them all as Al Qasim comes off the elbow, a 3-length leader, and he's freewheeling up in front. He'll dive to the inside. Bold Resolve is right there. He's ready to pounce. He's been given a chance, and here comes Bold Resolve. He's absolutely cruising under Smunga Khumalo. Avion, Phil's Power, Moon Game to the outside. Bold Resolve, he goes for home. He shoots 3 lengths clear. Moon Game is a big threat to the outside. Bold Resolve and Moon Game, but it's another one for Bling. Bold Resolve beats Moon Game. Behind that one, we had Duke of Orange taking off, and Al Romiachi has run 3rd or 4th. So 3rd and 4th is close. Just for the viewers out there that are obviously standing in line for trifectas and quartets, 10 and 11 are involved in that photo for 3rd and 4th, but it's another one for Bling. And I tell you, if you're here at the races, they've come alive. The Bling fans have really come alive. Bold Resolve, he was put in the race, and there you can see Smunga Khumalo out the pack and chasing in 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Oh, that'll go to El Romiachi. Number 10 will run 3rd, and 4th will go to number 11, Duke of Orange. So 10, El Romiachi's run 3rd, and Duke of Orange. But Bold Resolve. Well done to Daryl Utah. He's racing, and he's got a nice horse on his hands here. Well done to Greg Blank. Well done to LH Pallets, G Pier, and HN Utah. Well done to all the guys. They love their racing, and that's what I really enjoy about calling racing, is that passion, that determination. And here's Smunga Khumalo for all the Bling fans, and I'm sure we'll be getting a lot of whoop whoop throughout the afternoon.
mesmerizing moon. I was chatting to my son Devon this morning on the phone, and he phoned me from Cape Town to tell me that this horse back on the Polly is the horse that's going to run a big race at 20-1. And I loved what I saw in the parade ring. Very fit horse, very capable. Course and distance, drawn gate 4 this afternoon. The merit rating has finally dropped down the 2 pounds. Ignore her turf runs. She is a Polly horse and she represents good value. 13 Rand 50 on the tote and 4 Rand 90 a place. 13.50 a win, 4.90 a place. And then there's a few whispers from the grooms and everybody around on course as well regarding number 13, Conquer the World. Fixed odds price is 20-1 from the Heki Stratum stable. And Nadine pointed out to me a little bit earlier on, she said, you know, Neil, this horse was racing almost every week and has had a bit of a break, almost, just over a month. So 30-odd days, and you're going to see a different horse this afternoon coming to the races. Nadine, that's what you told me.
Yeah, I just think that it had a lot to do. Listen, she was holding form really, and maybe it just got a little bit much. She's had a bit of a break from racing, and I think that she'll bounce back. If you look at her prior form, she was really honest, and I think she always does give her best if well enough.
All right, that's 13. And then what did you think of the little naughty horse, number 12, Murmur from the Inform Greef stable? He's got a couple of runners with chances. Richard's aboard. Yeah, tries the Polly. What's the feedback from the stable?
Yeah, I liked Brandon's description there of her being playful. She is a little bit of a handful, so Richard did well. And I think she could be anything. And let's scratch out that last race. She's run and placed, earned in listed features as a juvenile. So I know she takes an older here, but she's held her own against the top echelon of her age group. And you have to feel that if she can translate it here, she could have a shot. My only concern would be that she tends to lack a bit of early speed on grass, and she's debuting on Polly, so she does round her races off well. I make this a supremely open race. I really like Stolen Kiss, and after that, I think anything can get on the action, and Murmur's one you have to include in trifectas and quarters.
Alan's other runner, number 4, Wire, with Simango looking for another win from a perfect draw of grade 3 this afternoon. Last run, bad on the Polly. It was a shocking draw on that occasion. Well, not a shocking draw, it was on the straight. But go back to the Polly run. That was a really good run.
Well, that's what's catching my eye. And, you know, you say in her last that she is disappointing, and we were, but she still ran 4th. She held her form. So it wasn't a bad run, and she can now do even better back on Polly, where she debuted so well, to run second behind Fedra, who's just kept on winning.
All right, well, we're going to start loading shortly, but I'm going to leave you with the final 10 seconds before we hand over to Brandon to add your runners. I have mentioned mine while you were downstairs.
Well, I'm sure you mentioned Stolen Kiss. I know she was a favourite of yours, and that is the horse that I will be rooting for this afternoon. She's my pick for the win.
Over to Brandon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Neil. Thanks, Nadine. The tab Telebed 0861 000 822 fillies and mares 74 handicap. Quartet is well over 100,000 rand. Still got time to get involved over here. Conquer the World still needs to come up. Sultana still there. Crown Plaza, that's got the all black on. Goddess of Light. Murmur. State of Mind, Wire. It'll be over before you know it. There's a nice close-up shot of Ryan Munger on Stolen Kiss, the well-backed horse in the race. We're just about ready. Wire goes up. We ready? 1200 a sprint. Gates crash back. They off and racing. I'll tell you what. State of Mind didn't slow off the mark. Crown Plaza was one of them. First to go is Wire, straight off to the lead. Mesmerizing Moon shows some pace, and then comes Drive By, who's right there, no more than 2 lengths off the leader. Stolen Kiss has been put in the race today, hugs the panels, no more than 3 off the speed. Further back to Just for Laughs, who's been caught deep. Then comes Sultana, the light blue. In behind that one is Global Goddess, the blue with the black calf. Opulence, Conquer the World. Then further back to Crown Plaza, who's about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. Then we drop back to Goddess of Light, State of Mind. After a slow start is 12 off them with Murmur. They're homeward bound, and Wire says catch me if you can. Stolen Kiss on the inside is a big runner, now starting to move forward with Ryan Munger, and here comes Stolen Kiz. Wires on the outside, then comes Mesmerizing Moon, but Stolen Kiz has been nursed into the lead and shot 3 lengths clear, and it's race over, ladies and gentlemen. Stolen Kiz, you can stand in the queue. Stolen Kiz goes on to win. Crown Plaza in second, Wires run third. So the punter's choice, Stolen Kiss. If you listened up to the team downstairs and you listened up to Waiter to Win, the boys and lady, Nadine also gave you all the confidence. Daryl Marie, Darren Burrows, Neil Pretorius. Thanks very much to Tara Lang and of course to Gavin for all the transparency. If you followed suit over here, you would be standing in the queue grinning from ear to ear. Top right from Ryan Munger. He continues to impress. Second, I gave to 5 Crown Plaza. I'll stick with that just ahead of Wire number 4, who was third. Who ran fourth? Opulence. 7. Opulence will do enough for fourth, just ahead of Conquer the World. Moon. So well done to all the guys. Shinies for Inherit the Rain. We're going to go downstairs to Neil and Nadine. And I know Nadine's got Jean Nel with her. So we'll go over downstairs there and then link up with Neil to take us through the rest of proceedings.
Well, it's the feature of the afternoon, first leg of the Poly Challenge, and it's a challenge that always draws the best of the best, and once again it's done exactly that. So I'm glad to have Jean Nel join me in the parade ring, as I do think that, Jean, you've got two of the horses of good interest in the race. I'm not going to lie, pleased to meet you, as the horse that really stands out for me, but you can't knock Jean's man's consistency and his workmanlike demeanour.
Yeah, Nadine, you know, healthy respect for some of the newcomers and the favourite in the race. But I couldn't be more pleased to meet you. You know, I think we have him spot on, and just hope everything goes to plan in the race. And Jean's man, he's as honest as they come. You know, he relishes the poly track, and he's had a good prep, and he could very well run into the first 3 or 4.
Now, you were quite... well, I'm going to put words in your mouth. How did you feel about watching him go down? Apparently he was a bit fresher than he normally is.
Yeah, he is, you know, but as I said, I thought we got him spot on. Yes. I don't think we could have him any better if we had more time or less time or anyway. He's normally a little bit more relaxed, but he really is popping, and we're confident of a good run, yeah.
I definitely wouldn't think anything bad of the way that Pleased to Meet You was fresh. I think it was absolutely magnificent going down, and I would say he's my pick.
Very much, Nadine. Thank you, Jean. Pleased to meet you. Yep, my first choice in the race, although the money has come for number 2, Inherit the Rain from the Creef stable, and why not? They've had a couple of winners, more than just a couple today, a double couple. And Inherit the Rain rated off a 109. Pleased to Meet You's rated a 110. They're both carrying 62. They're both well drawn. It's going to be a hurler of a race. Produce its last run. If Jean says he's never had him better, then I suppose the 7-year-old must go pretty close. When he turned to canter to post, he went straight into the bit. So he really just went into the bit. I wasn't worried about the keenness. You could see he's come to run. He's exceptionally well. Number 2 is Inherit the Rain from the Creef stable. Samango Kamala looking for a hat-trick in a row thus far. And what an easy mover he is going to post as well. So I think 1 and 2 is obvious runners. Nadine has joined me now again. We heard enough about Pleased to Meet You. We loved the way he went to post. You did as well. Just went straight into the bit, Nadine. He's come to race.
He certainly has. He looked magnificent going down. Take nothing away from Inherit the Rain. He was definitely one of the standouts going down as well. But there was this flair to Pleased to Meet You that really caught my eye. Inherit the Rain was a little bit more chilled and laid back. Undoubtedly, they are the 2 horses of interest, and I do think this is going to be a 2-horse race. As far as other horses going down, numbers 5, Regimental, and 6, Green Light to Heaven were next best for me.
All right, does Regimental normally go down with his tail straight like that?
Yeah, he does. That is normally him, and I think he actually moved quite well. We'll have to see how he goes, having his first run for his new yard, but he really loves the poly. He's at best, and as Gavin Fenter touched on, he's probably got a little bit more to do in this class, but certainly capable of placing.
Yeah, course and distance, 5 starts, 3 wins. That's not too shabby. Now, number 6, Green Light to Heaven for the Cliffy Miller stable. We love this horse because but at the weight, he's really got a tough task.
He does have a tough task. It was a cracking run last time out, but he is held at the weight.
All right, so at 1 and 2, let's fight them. See who's going to win race 7. The feature this afternoon, is it Pleased to Meet You or Inherit the Rain?
Thank you very much, Neil. Thanks, Nadine. Thanks very much to Jean Nel as well. We're not too far from a start. We wait on Jean's man. Great race coming up. Gates go back. They are off and racing. Captain Marisco, probably by design, a little bit slow into stride. First to land running's Naval Secret rights up there. Pleased to meet Captain Opie with Alpha Papa going very quickly, and Jean's man, the orange and the yellow, now decides to loop them all, and Jean's man going to try and work double time to get to the front. Rock Garden is just in behind the pace. Then comes Green Light to Heaven. Alpha Papa, after breaking well, has lost a few positions. I tell you, Inherit the Rain is towards the back of the field with Captain Marisco, and out back is Regimental, about 8 or 9 lengths off the leader. Pleased to meet you. He got to the front. He's gone 2 lengths clear. In second is Jeans Man, Rock Garden. Further back towards the inside is Naval Secret, and then we go back to Green Light to Heaven. Where's Inherit the Rain? He's being and Pleased to Meet You now shoots 2 or 3 lengths clear. Captain Opie, Naval Secret, Green Light to Heaven is running a cracker. Inherit the Rain coming late. Green Light to Heaven, Pleased to Meet You, and Naval Secret takes off on the inside. Mighty close. Wow, cracking finish. I think Naval Secret ahead of Green Light to Heaven, and then came Pleased to Meet You, and nothing from Inherit the Rain today. What a finish. That was a cracking finish to the first leg of the Nelson Mandela Bay Racing Poly Challenge. I think Muzi Yeni's done enough over here on Naval Secret, but don't hold me to it. Green Light to Heaven's run a cracker. Naval Secret. Number 11's going to put the head down to beat number 6, Green Light to Heaven. Third, and Captain Opie, number 4, was behind that. Inherit the Rain just didn't fire today. Had too much ground to make up, unfortunately. Let's have a look at that head-on. Naval Secrets for Suzette and Barsi Fillion. I'm sure they'll be at the sales, and a big well done to them again for all the awards that they won at the Equus on Wednesday night at the Convention Centre at Emperor's Palace. And of course, yesterday at Turfentine, it was a wonderful day for Suzette and Barsi Fillion. And this is Muzi Yeni at his absolute best, getting number 11 to win. Second goes to number 6, Green Light to Heaven. The 1, Pleased to Meet You's run third, and 4, Captain Opie in fourth.
regards to his runners as well. He liked Pleased to Meet You. I think he's slightly disappointed it never won, but it was very gamey defeat running third. But he said that 5 Masters Queen is exceptionally well as well. Got the benefit of the one draw, Louis in the irons. The winner of its last start. It's not often they come out and win back to back. But I did pick up a lot of confidence though about number 5 Masters Queen from Jean.
In saying that, there's a lot in her favour. A lot of horses move up in the points. Things change. Things have changed for her, but in the better. Last time she came from draw 10 out of 10. This is the first time she's cracked a draw in, I'm not going to lie, about 7 runs. And she's still been running good races. She was very half a kilo, and she's meeting the same class of horse again. So I think that everything is in her favour to follow up if she's well. She was her usual self in the foraging. She is a hot potato, but she looked really, really good. Another big run from her.
I just want to touch on Jean's other runner, number 9, because you like that going to post, one bite at a time. Richard Ferrier's riding. What was Jean's comments when you spoke to him?
Jean has said if you look at the her, and I have to agree, her post-maiden form is really average, a little bit erratic even. And but what he says, I would include her. I know she's drawn wide, but I really liked her moving to the start. And she's back to basics, and perhaps in a new centre, she will flourish.
Okay, and then we got to touch on the number 6 Opera Spring from the Jacques Stradon stable. I think you just ignore that last run.
Definitely.
I think better than the Vida Futura run.
Yes.
It's a 4th start this month though. Back in trip should suit.
It should, but I do think that she's got a chance at getting into the mix as far as quartets are concerned.
All right, and then everybody loves Grey, so we're going to touch on Kenny Govender's Grey. Number 8 Silver Slippers. I see Kenny and his daughter's just arrived on course. Muzi Yeni looking for a second winner. Now, you weren't here last week when this horse at 25 to 1 looked $1 million. Ran accordingly. I'm not a person for grey horses, to be honest. but one looked the part, ran accordingly, and ran a cracker. Today looked for me just as well going down to post. Have a look at that.
Effort was a super effort. You know, it was a fair post-maiden run, and a lot of horses battle with that, their first run in handicap company, and she's already found her feet, which is great. Both of those runs, this is what I like, both of those runs were over a touch shorter. I think she's ideally suited back up to the mile, and that's going to be in her favour. Again, a little bit wide, but for her, no concern, because she generally tucks in and runs on. So another one for me, definite each way chance here, and for me, one of my top 3 selections.
All right, so let's touch on quickly on number 12, Golden Archer from the Tara Lang stable from KZN, also having his first run here. You did chat to Ganya.
Unfortunately, just coming through, there's going to be a delay to race 8. I don't have the exact details, but apparently there's unfortunately a jockey injured behind the gates. I'm trying to see, it looks like it might include number 11. I see she's walking just with a handler at the moment, which would make that Devon handing to him.
Yes,
on
it is
the
Devon
course.
Ashby.
And he will get the best care. I'm not sure it happened, but we will keep you updated as far as that's concerned. Absolutely Fab is not normally a temperamental horse. I'm hoping he hasn't been kicked by another horse or something, because Absolutely Fab, she knows her game, having her 33rd start today. She's normally quite well behaved, but we'll keep you updated. So long, carry on with Golden Archer. Golden Archer, like you say, she's new to the yard here. She's racing off a break. She's had some headgear changes, and although a little bit under sufferance here, the yard thought that from that draw showing nice work, she could have a place chance. But Neil, I'm sure you would agree. You know, it's her first run, so the yard can't talk with confidence. And I think they've realised there's a different Golden Archer on course this afternoon, because she's quite het up.
All right, I think we've touched on those runners. So just for the viewers there that have just joined us, a little bit of a suggested quartet box in the last race. Box numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 and 9. Now, it might sound like a lot of runners if you want to narrow.
Yeah.
If you fancy the 5 and Jean's confident for a big run here, you can take a chance and you can have that as a floating banker. And if you add another floating banker, I think we've both decided to go with number 8, Silver Slippers, also shortened in the market now. 4 acres, and then you can box the other runners that we mentioned. Just to let you know that we have got a slight delay at the moment with, it looks like Devon Ashby apparently.
It is Devon Ashby,
that was injured down at the start, and we're just waiting for further news coming through. Apparently he was kicked, that came through from Tess, thank you. Kicked down at the start, but he has got the paramedics are there with him, and they're obviously going to just delay the start for a short while. But maybe Brandon Bailey, if he's standing by, can just fill us in a little bit with regards to what he saw down at the start.
Yeah, thanks very much, Neil. Thanks, Nadine. Obviously, didn't quite see what happened over here with this individual and Devon Ashby, but I can tell you from where I'm standing is that he looks to be sitting up, which is good news. The medics, like Nadine touched on, some of the best in the country, and they'll make sure that he gets the best treatment that he possibly can. But I think great news is to see him sitting up, and I'll just have to take those precautionary measures, strap the certain areas that need to be strapped, and he'll have to go for observations and see if anything's damaged. But we'll keep you up to speed as it happens, but just from my view, he's definitely sitting up. Looks like it may be somewhere on the legs that the issue is. So just our thoughts and prayers with Devon Ashby. Never nice. I know it comes part and parcel with the game, but it's never nice to see these athletes obviously getting injured. So thoughts and prayers with Devon Ashby. And hope time. As for the balance of the field, they've been fairly quiet behind the gates. Just want to take this opportunity again to say thanks to Neil and Nadine for all the hard work that they put into Port Elizabeth racing. They go out, find the information, chat to trainers, do the form studying, and just wonderful. So there you can see Devon's obviously been told just to get into a comfortable position. He was sitting up momentarily, and he's obviously been told just to relax and take his time, breathe. And it's definitely to do with either the foot or the leg. So just want to quickly finish up obviously with a big thank you to Neil and Nadine for their hard work. And I've received a number of messages through the afternoon just to extend my thanks to both our on-course presenters for doing a wonderful job as always. Fairview Race 8, we are in for a slight delay. I'll keep you up to speed with the betting. 22 to 10 favourites, number 5 Masters Queen, 1 keeping the peace has gone 6 to 1. 8 Silver Slippers at 7 to 1, and it's 9 to 1 in better bar those. What I will do is we'll go back to Neil and Nadine, and they can take you through of the rest of proceedings. Hopefully they've managed to get some word on how Devon's doing.
Unfortunately, we don't have any word yet on Devon, who's still been seen to on course. But yeah, definitely was a kick, possibly to the legs, and we'll keep you updated on that. Just to let you know, though, Alaskan Fate is still being held at the holding boxes, and there is a possibility that another jockey is going to take the ride. It looks, I see someone coming out here now, and I'll keep you updated as to who that is as soon as I get a better view of them. It looks like it could be Julius Mapanya is now going to take the ride on Absolutely Fab and replace, Julius Mapanya is now aboard Absolutely Fab, horse number 11, so she is not a scratch.
Well, he's not aboard, he's still tucking his shirt.
Yes, but he's going to be aboard shortly, and she is not a scratching. That is the main.
Lovely camera work there.
It's brilliant camera work, thank you. Yeah, we are not seeing people strip, we are seeing people get dressed. And he's going to mount up on Absolutely Fab and take her down. And I'm sure that it won't be too much longer before we get underway here. But Neil, when things happen on race day, it is often the very last race that they wait for.
Yeah. But
and
Nadine, you rode for many years, and you know what it's all about. So we can touch on that because the viewers are listening out there. We've got a bit of time to kill. Yeah. And so we've given our selections, but racing itself, the start, you can't not focus and lose your attention.
No, you can't. You have to keep your eyes open. You've got to remember that you're riding horses that are bred to run. The adrenaline is flowing. They're on edge. A lot of them, unfortunately, do really boil over on race day.
And I want to ask you a question as well. When they are down at the start, if you're a jockey and you want to get off, do you have to ask the mount while they're ringing, or can you just do it on your own?
You are allowed to dismount, but you are not supposed to leave your horse.
Okay.
So I know at one stage you could even a handler could hold it for you, but that's generally frowned upon. And if you're allowed to get off your own horse, you're supposed to hold your own horse.
All right, so you can get off, you can readjust, etc., but you can't.
I do see there are a couple of jockeys standing there. Perhaps they did ask permission, but ideally you are supposed to keep hold of your own horse.
All right, just nice to know those things. You know, we punters. We're not professionals when it comes to riding. But anyway, there they go out. That's Julius Mapanya now aboard. Absolutely fab. And, unreliable, it says in the race card, and might earn at 12-1. That was the comment coming through. For the viewers out there, just to let you know that Trevor Reedy does a great job tipping on the computer form as well, and he's gone number 1, Keeping the Peace, to beat the 5, Masters Queen, number 6, Opera Swing, and then number 8, Silver Slippers.
Right, so I see the orange light is flashing, so I think they are going to be on their way soon. I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I think Devon may have actually walked to get into the ambulance. We'll have to come back to everybody on that, but I really hope that is the case, and it does look as if they are going to start loading.
Yeah, thank you very much, Neil. Thanks, Nadine. Let's hope that everything's all right over there with Devon Ashby. Thoughts and prayers to him in what may be a difficult time for the next few weeks. So Opera Swing comes up. Masters Queen is there, keeping the peace. Goes up into line, 1 bite at a time. Do-si-do. Silver Slippers about to move into line. Some wonderful footage coming through courtesy of the 4 Racing TV team. Well done to everybody that plays part in trying to get these magnificent visuals and audio through to our viewers. 1 bite at a time still needs to come up. Golden Archer is just being a little bit naughty behind the gates. Ryan Munger's off the horse and really burning up some energy behind the pens is Golden Archer. So we're about 12 minutes behind the official off time, which was 4 o'clock. Golden Archer may have been waved away over here. Just stand by for 1 bite at a time still needs to come forward. And I see they are walking Golden Archer number 12 away from the pens, and I think has been scratched. So 12 Golden Archer will not be taking part over here. And it's 1 bite at a time, so there's been lots and lots of drama down at the gates. One bite at a time. Now to move up. Goes in. Set. We're ready. Gates go back and they open racing. For the last race today, it's over 1,600 meters, and Masters Queen was one of the first to respond. Right up there's Beneficiary, who's a bit quicker for now, and Beneficiary's been taken into a length lead. Miss Millstream's in second, racing with the white headgear. Masters Queen, no excuses. Ranged up Do-si-do in behind that. Silver Slippers is the grey, racing 4 off the leader. Further back to red rules, the pink sleeves and the black cap is about 4 or 5 off them. Keeping the peace is racing with the sheepskin noseband in the moving line just in behind the first wave of runners. Opera Swing, Alaskan Fate, they're about 10, 11, maybe even 12 off them. Absolutely fab. And one bite at a time is going to have to quicken up past them all and start up those engines. About 15 lengths off the leader. They're going nicely up in front. It's Opera Swing, Beneficiary, Masters Queen, Miss Millstream, Dosey Doe, Silver Slippers. Keeping the peace is racing about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Then comes Red Rules, absolutely fab. One bite at a time. Alaskan Fate, they stretched out. There's 400 meters left to go, and in front over here is Beneficiary. The red sleeves with the orange goes for home, but Masters Queen is quick to build up on the inside. Silver Slippers is letting down with a big finish. Then comes Miss Millstream on the outside, but it's still Beneficiary who rocks and rolls, and Masters Queen is now being asked to run. On the inside is Silver Slippers running a cracker. Masters Queen gets to the lead. Silver Slippers coming quickly. Silver Slippers, the grey, now gets the better of Masters Queen and wins going away. Silver Slippers for Kenny Govender beats Masters Queen. In behind that one, we had the staying on Miss Millstream with Beneficiary. They involved in photos. So Silver Slippers for Kenny Govender, as you heard from Neil Pretorius. He walked in onto the race course late in the day, and they'll get the money over here. Third will definitely go to 7 Beneficiary. I had my eye off third, and I thought there was a horse that faltered just after the finishing post, but third will definitely go to 7 Beneficiary. No doubt about the winner. 8 Silver Slippers beats 5 Masters Queen, the gambled horse in the race. 7 Beneficiaries run third, and fourth will go just to Dosey Doe and the piece. So 7 Beneficiary runs third, and 4 Dosey Doe was back in fourth. So they spread right across the track. And you'll see these two horses moved in together. One has to say it was a good ride by Muzi Yeni, because drawn awkwardly in 11, he managed to park up on the fence and quickens up with Masters Queen late in the day. And well done to Cliffy Miller. He's had a wonderful afternoon, running 1-2 in the feature. And now he's closed off with Muzi again in the last. There you can see signed, sealed and delivered. The salute goes back to the crowd. 5 runs second, Masters Queen. In behind them, third was 7 Beneficiary, and fourth was number 4 Dosey Doe. That's how I'll say goodbye to you. Thanks to the punting public. We'll chat again soon. Love through all the family.